Welcome everybody to a brand new Blu-ray and DVD out and about video today. And this week sees the release of the DC animated movie Batman Death in the Family hitting store shelves along with the action drama El Camino, a Breaking Bad movie. You also end up having two 4K upgrades that are coming out this week. One for District 9 and the other for Requiem for a Dream. Arrow Video is releasing a special edition of the 1995 Kevin Smith directed comedy Mallrats. And I don't know whether you guys have been living under a rock as of late, but Scream Factory is also releasing their huge Friday the 13th Collector's Edition box set with all the Friday the 13th movies, all the special features, bells, whistles, you name it. So good for all you horror lovers and Friday the 13th fans out there, plus much, much more. So let's go see the deals, exclusives, and we're at our first location, Walmart. So let's go in and see what they got. All right, everybody, we are in at Walmart, and it doesn't seem like there's anything from the top here to check out, but there certainly is on the bottom. It's kind of weird that they put it on the bottom and not the top. You think the new releases would be more visible to people, but hey, it's out. Can't really complain. Well, guess you could a little bit, but still. The first thing I'm seeing is they have the Blu-ray digital of The Doorman for $14.96, the DVD for $12.96. Now, I got a chance to watch this on Amazon Prime, and actually I was actually kind of interested to check this out because of Ruby Rose. I've liked some of Ruby Rose's work in the past. She's sort of this kick-ass side chick. I've watched a couple episodes of Batwoman since seeing it on the shelves during the out and about. So she was pretty kick-ass. So I was kind of like, okay, one where she's the leading spotlight, you know, battling these thieves that are taking over this building to try to get this sort of very, very high-end artifact, something worth a hell of a lot of money that they're trying to get, and she's trying to sort of like stop them, but also protect people at the same time. It's kind of like, I guess, a female action version of Die Hard, if I had to kind of make it pretty simple for you guys. It's not a bad movie, to be honest with you. It's really not. There's some good acting here. Ruby Rose is pretty effective as this chick who has this post-traumatic stress syndrome from sort of this traumatic experience that she dealt with. John Reno being sort of the villain who's trying to get the artifact, and sort of, you know, his thugs and everything taking over the building. There's some good action sequences in here. There's some good, decent acting. You know, you have the bad guys and you have the good guys and you have the stereotypes. I mean, there's nothing really crazy new here, and nothing that's really crazy ultimately like inventive for like the genre or the action genre, I would say. It's all pretty fine and worthy. It's about 90-ish minutes, so it breezes by pretty quickly. The drama with, like, you know, the family in danger and everything, yeah, you don't really care about that ultimately, to be fair. You honestly really don't. You're just there to see people get their ass kicked and die. I mean, really, you're honestly there, man. And for the most part, it pretty much delivers. There is some stupid moments from the characters where I was really slapping my head, like thinking to myself, oh my god, really? Like, dude, you're that fucking stupid, bro. Come on, man. Like, there were certain moments where I was like, okay, man, this character is like one dumb motherfucker. But outside of those moments, I have to admit, I generally had a decent time with the movie. I honestly did. It's a bit of a time waster. There's better movies out there, sort of kick-ass action films, but for a 90-minute time waster, if you're inside and got nothing else to watch, not half bad, though. Yeah. Then I'm seeing they have over here, they have the Blu-ray digital of Batman Death in the Family for 1996. Very nice. Look at that cover. Oh, so good. Oh, that cover is so awesome, man. Love it. Love it. Oh, great. Awesome. Now, I got a chance to watch this on Amazon Prime, and as I've told you guys before, I'm starting to get more into the DC animated flicks, because I've watched a few of them for the out and about, and I've really loved them, man. They're really fantastic, man. Great animation, storylines are awesome, action's great. Like, this is by far, like, the DC stuff animated is amazing. And I wanted to check this out. Now, to be fair, I'm going to be honest with you guys. The Batman Death in the Family storyline, this is not a full-length feature film of this storyline. Basically, this movie is a bunch of DC animated shorts that they cobbled together. So one of them is Batman Death in the Family. Another one, you have Sergeant Rock. You have Adam Strange. You have a couple other ones. And it's just sort of a animated short about, you know, a little piece of sort of their comic book history and sort of an adventure that these characters have had. That's what it is. It's a bunch of little shorts sort of strung together. I think it's a little bit deceiving by the cover, because I think if you buy this, you're ultimately thinking that what you're getting is actually a full-on Batman Death in the Family feature, and that's not entirely true. So I want to forewarn you guys right off the bat that if you're thinking of buying this, and if you're a lover of the animated DC films, why not? Just know that this is not a full-on, full-length feature of just Batman Death in the Family. Like I said, all the short animated features are really good. They're really fantastic. I especially really like the Sergeant Rock sequence, which, by the way, I've read a couple of the Sergeant Rock comic books, but not a lot. So that one was completely unique and interesting to me, and so was the Adam Strange one. But what makes this even more unique, what makes this edition even better, actually, is that this is an interactive movie. Now, when I watched it on Amazon Prime, I unfortunately did not get the interactive version, so I didn't have a chance to really, like, interact with the movie the way you guys are probably going to do it here on this disc. Well, basically, it's viewer's choice. You can pick your own ending, and what that means, from what I'm reading here, is that you can go 3 different ways about Robin. He saves them, Robin cheats death, or Robin dies, which is kind of very unique and interesting. I guess depending on what you choose, it'll kind of alter the ending and alter the storyline, which is kind of really unique, actually. It reminds me of those sort of choose your own adventure books that I used to read as a kid, and I really loved them. You could go your own path, and then you would realize that the path ultimately got you killed, and then you would go back and redo it again. Those were always really fun, man. So that's probably really cool for the interactive stuff, and for fans of DC, that's probably a really unique opportunity that you don't really get very often with these type of releases. So it's probably unique just for that alone, and the DC animated shorts are really nice too, man. Like I said, it's a little disappointing. Again, it's not the full-on Batman Death in the Family feature, which I know that you guys might be bummed out about, but all the animated shorts are really great, man. Are really well worth it. So, a little disappointing on that front, but again, if you're a DC animated fan, then this is, to me at least, easily a must-buy, man. I actually enjoyed it. I didn't get to do the interactive, damn it. Only wish I could, man. Then I'm seeing over here they have the DVD of Critical Thinking for $12.96 with John Leguizamo. Huh. Chess is the great equalizer. Is it now? Alright. Now, I knew this was coming out this week. I did not get a chance to watch it. Based on a true story. Alright. It's 1998 in Miami. Rampant poverty, broken families, and prejudiced system push underprivileged youth to the fringes of society. But for a magnetic group of teens, there's a reprieve, a game where it's not about where you come from, but how you play chess. Oh, okay. Sort of like a very inspirational sports tale about sort of adversity and sort of brotherhood and looking out for one another and beating the odds. That type of sports movie through the eyes of chess. Okay, very interesting, man. It kind of almost reminds me in a way, if you remember that baseball movie with Keanu Reeves. I forget the name of that offhand, man, but that was a really good one where he was like this sort of impoverished community of these kids and they learn to work together. Like, it kind of reminds me of that, but chess. I'm kind of curious, is chess like uniquely exciting to like have its own movie? Is it like tense and thrilling like chess? I wonder if he's gonna beat my rogue. Like I don't know, man. I don't know. It could be very, it says it's intense and inspiring based on a true story, so it might be kind of cool. Like, broken families, prejudice system, rampant poverty connected with chess. It's certainly interesting. I'd like to know if they actually pull that off. Intense, inspirational with chess. I don't know. Hey, I've seen weirder movies work, so chess and inspirational? Why not? Interesting. Doesn't look half bad. Then I'm also seeing they have the DVD of The Unfamiliar. Some fears haunt you from within. Ooh, look at that. I like that cover. Ooh, you've got a little something on your eye. Ooh, you might want to get that looked at. Yeah, it's not looking so hot. Ooh, yeah. She's got a lot of problems, man. Oh, look, it almost looks like a haunted house or something, like something from Amityville. After an army doctor returns home from war, she begins to see and hear terrifying things. Under the impression she is suffering from PTSD, she seeks help, only to discover there is a more daunting malevolence at work, threatening the lives of her family. Okay, interesting. That sounds kind of unique. You know what it kind of reminds me of? It kind of reminds me of Jacob's Ladder, where this guy sort of comes back from the war and is seeing all these haunted imagery and all these messed up things and wonder if it's in his head or it's actually really there. It kind of has that vibe to it, man. And some really creepy imagery, like that weird looking fucked up demonic entity that's in back of that guy. Almost looked like something from like Insidious or something. Looks kind of unique. I don't know. It could be interesting. And not bad cover either. We've been fooled before. It is the time of horror, but this might be a pretty effective little horror thriller. Something I could probably get into. And then I'm seeing over here they have the DVD of Broil for $12.96. Cutting family ties can be deadly. Oh, I like that, with the evil house and the knife right there, the red sky. Very nice cover. I'm liking that, man. Very nice for Broil. After a troubled 17-year-old Chance is sent to live at her draconian grandfather's estate, she uncovers a dangerous ancient family secret. Her only hope for survival may come from a killer for hire with a fortuitous stroke of culinary genius. They're like eating people or something? Is it like vampires? Because it looks like that chick's like a vampire or something. Like a vampire movie mixed with the Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Like, I don't really know, man. It kind of has some unique different vibes, man. Like, you know, family secrets, killer for hire. I don't know what the hell he's actually has a culinary genius for. I'm assuming it's eating people, because I'm like, what else? It's certainly not just for making guacamole. Let's put it that way. I don't know. I mean, it looks kind of interesting and unique to me. I don't know. I'm kind of guessing it's vampires and sort of people getting eaten. I definitely would be kind of curious about this one. This one kind of piques my interest. If you guys definitely know much about Broil, let me know. Doesn't look that bad. Then I'm seeing they have the DVD of Seized for $12.96. Look at that. Scott Adkins and Mario Van Peebles, baby. Whoa, look at that. Two of them in the same movie? Man, my head is gonna explode. Holy shit. Justice is unstoppable. I like that cover, man. It was kind of badass. Huh. What is this about? Hiding out with son Taylor on the Mexican coast. Nero hopes to put... Oh, you motherfucker, Mario Van Peebles. You just had to star shit, didn't ya? You just had to fuck with Scott Adkins, motherfucker. Had to do it. Oh. Mazamo and Nero is like almost like names right out of Star Trek or some shit. Oh, Lord, man. Okay, it looks like this is like a revenge action thriller movie. Like Mario Van Peebles is playing the bad guy and Scott Adkins is playing the good guy that has to take down Mario Van Peebles. Okay, very interesting, man. I do love Mario Van Peebles at times, and Scott Adkins. Haven't seen a lot of Scott Adkins movies, but the ones I have, he's actually really good in it. And actually, he's actually pretty badass, and the action scenes are pretty cool. So the two of them in a movie together, that could be unique and interesting, especially if there's like a cool little like end villain fight, like the hero and villain sort of battle each other, Atkins versus Peebles. I would be interested in that. That might be actually worth it and kind of cool. Doesn't look that bad to me. Definitely let me know about Seized. Kind of intrigued. Mario Van Peebles versus Scott Adkins. Oh, there's an interesting fight for sure. Then I'm seeing they have the DVD of Vikings for 1996. This is Season 6, Volume 1. Huh. Yeah, this was definitely coming out this week, I believe. Now, truth be told, I've never seen any of the Vikings show. I've never seen seasons 1 through now. I just haven't at all. I've heard of the show. I remember when the show was getting promoted when it was first, like, coming out on TV. And it looked all right to me. It looked like cool, like, you know, medieval type of action and drama. Viking stuff, obviously, but it was never really something I'm into. I wasn't really into that time period or anything. But I know a lot of people really like this show, man. They really do. I've heard decent things about it, but I've never really felt the interest to actually get into it. And if you guys think it's worth it, definitely let me know. Is it good? Bad? Is the action decent? For a TV budget. Well, some actually TV shows do their action better than others. Vikings would have to do like big sprawling action, kind of like Game of Thrones or something. So hopefully it actually works out well. Definitely let me know about that. Season 6, Volume 1. My God, man. Season 6 already. It seems like almost yesterday I remember that this thing was getting promoted coming out. Okay, crazy. And the last thing I'm seeing over here, they have Grant, the complete miniseries on DVD for $9.96 from the History Channel. And it's from the executive producer, Leonardo DiCaprio. I know he's sort of doing more like behind-the-scenes producing work and whatnot, so, okay. Doing Grant. Complete miniseries. That's sort of the selling point. By the way, it's produced by Leonardo DiCaprio, so it must be good. A 3-part miniseries. Civil War, Regal, like, there's certain movies that I enjoy from the Civil War time period, but it's not really, like, I love a lot of war films. World War I, Vietnam War, World War II, stuff like that. Civil War, I've only ever really been interested in a few movies. A movie like Glory, if I'm not mistaken, which I believe was Civil War time period. However, I could be incredibly wrong on that one. I haven't watched a ton of Civil War stuff, but I do like war movies. Don't really watch many miniseries, but History Channel does a really great job with a lot of these miniseries in the past. And it's executive produced by Leonardo DiCaprio, so I mean, it can't be that bad, right? Might be interesting for history buffs and war movie lovers. Possibly. Not bad. And not so bad this week, actually. A couple of the big releases, some indie titles, which I was not expecting either. This Walmart seems like it's stepping its game up a little bit, and I'm very happy for that. Not bad overall, actually. Pretty decent. Let's head out. So I'm a little bit shocked, okay? I seriously am shocked, man, because this is like the second week that this Walmart has had some like unique indie titles along with some of the new releases. What the hell is going on? Seriously, what the hell is going on, man? Because this Walmart hasn't been like this in a really long time. I don't know if it's like different manager or like maybe they just decided to get their head out of their ass and hey, might as well put out the physical media. Makes sense, right? Possibly. This Walmart hasn't exactly inspired confidence a lot of times, but last week and this week really proved that if you know, people are interested. If you bring in the titles, they're going to want to buy them. And I saw some of the titles from last week pretty much run down. So, yeah, like, again, put them out. People will come. That's the beauty of physical media, after all, man. Speaking of which, look at this. Like, all the horror DVDs and Blu-rays, like, they're practically gone, too, which is only a good thing as well, man. So it's nice to see this Walmart sort of getting back to some old school roots, bringing out some more physical media. I don't know how long it's going to last, but hey, doesn't matter how long it lasts. I will cherish the fact that hey, we're seeing some of the indie stuff here, which gives me hope that maybe the trend will continue, especially now with the fall and sales coming and Black Friday. So yeah, only good things going forward, hopefully. And speaking of Walmart, one of the actual ladies who work in the electronics department, she came up to me and she asked me a question about one of the movies that got released on physical media and that I could help them find something for a customer. And I'm like, now the customers are helping out, you know, like with the employees. Like literally they're coming to me and asking me physical media questions for other people. I thought they were supposed to know their friggin' job. Now they're coming to me like I am the expert of Walmart now, and I'm going to help them with their physical media needs. Oh, hey. Anything I can do to help somebody find physical media, you guys know that, but oh boy. Very interesting, man. Very interesting indeed. I'm so glad to at least help out somebody. And speaking of which, hey, this Walmart has some good media as well, which is not half bad either. All right. Not bad this week, and even helping out somebody find some physical media titles here as well. Should I get paid by Walmart? Oh, maybe they should give me a little ducats. Come on, man, for my troubles. Not bad. Hope you enjoyed it. Let's head next location and see what we can find. All right, everybody. We are at our second location, Target. Now, before we go in, I gotta talk to you guys about something. Now, I go out of my way to look up different articles and, you know, different things to talk to you guys about week in and week out. And this was pretty easy to find, man. It regards Disney. Now, I know you're thinking to yourself, oh, God, what did Disney do now? Literally, it seems like every single week they're doing something. And, yeah, you'd be right. to be fair, you'd be right. Look, the thing now with Disney is that this article comes out saying that they are now going to put their focus primarily on streaming. And that's a bad thing for movie theaters. Basically, they've decided that the theatrical experience is what it is, and they'll focus on it to a certain degree. But their main goal now is for streaming. That's the goal. And so that means that they are going to focus most of their energies, most of their properties. They are going to cater to the streaming crowd, which means that movie theaters are going to take a back seat. Now, does that mean every single Disney movie is going to go straight to streaming? No. I think you look at the Marvel ones. I think you look at, a lot of the Disney live action remakes. Certain big things that will come out that seem like no-brainers for coming to the movie theaters are probably still going to happen, guys, to be fair. But the smaller Disney stuff, yeah, that's not going to happen anymore. That's really not. And I know some of you guys are like, well, Sav, that won't completely, end, obviously. They'll still have to put stuff in theaters, right? I said, no, they won't. Seriously, they won't have to. Swear to God, they won't, guys. And why is that? Because you realize how many millions of subscribers to Disney Plus there are and continues to be. That's another thing. That's huge. That platform is continuing to grow and grow and grow every single week, every single month. It will continue to thrive. And so, why put something in the movie theaters when they could easily put it on Disney Plus and get all those subscribers to have that content, and then say to people who have not subscribed to Disney Plus, say, well, by the way, they have this, 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 and this, and if you want that, well, you can't get it at the movie theater. You can only get it through Disney Plus. That's a huge advantage that they will have. Huge. But at the end of the day, it also hurts Disney Plus as well, if you think about it, or just the Disney company, because there is certain animated movies that Disney has done that I'm sure didn't seem like winners at the time, but they became winners because, people found it in the theater, people talked to other people, families said, oh my God, this is a great movie. Something like a Wall-E or even like a Toy Story, which didn't seem like going to be like the hugest thing in the world, ended up being something that turned into a huge franchise. Would it have been that way had Toy Story come out today and gone straight to Disney Plus? I don't know. I don't know whether it would have, guys, honestly. Maybe you're lessening the opportunity of a film by doing this. But I don't think Disney really cares. And this also takes a huge hit for movie theaters, because let's be fair, they're hurting already. And now with this news, Disney is basically saying, look, we're no longer focusing on you guys. The Regals of the world, the AMCs of the world, the smaller indie theaters, we're not caring about you anymore. We created this platform, and everybody thought that it was a great little platform just for people who wanted to stream older Disney titles. But no, we have a much more nefarious plan, is to basically shut you guys out completely. We gain 100% of the profits. We don't have to worry about you and give you money as far as the theaters are concerned. We get exclusive access to everything. We keep all the rights, all the money, all the cash. Screw you guys. And so this puts movie theaters in a huge bind, because Disney is one of the biggest studios when it comes to releasing content. They honestly are. And look, whether you guys like it or not, you have to admit that when a Disney movie comes out, people pay attention to it. People really pay attention. They really look forward to this. And they really are laser focused. Oh my God, it's all the money that they put into it with promoting it, and the standees and the trailers and putting it in multiple areas in these movie theaters. Like there's so much opportunities for movie theaters to make money off of this, with the popcorn and the soda and everything. And now Disney's saying, screw that. We're done. Like, yeah, maybe we'll put out a few here and there during the course of a year, but as far as like the major amount of movie that we're going to put out, no, you're not going to get them. Disney Plus is going to get them. And so an already tough situation for movie theaters has turned, I hate to say it, even worse. Will Disney reverse course? No, I don't think Disney will. I think Disney sees an opportunity now with Disney Plus, especially after Mulan came out and seeing all the subscribers to the platform. I just don't see them saying, oh my God, we're going to go back to putting everything in the movie theater. I just don't see it happening, man. I honestly don't. And movie theaters are now losing all that content and all that potential money. what happens? I mean, again, movie theaters really need to figure all of this out sometime next year because Disney's already saying we're going to take care of this. There's a lot of other companies that are releasing stuff on streaming. This is just another hurdle that movie theaters have to go through. And with Disney being this huge powerhouse that they are, I just don't see how studios, don't see this move and say, oh, maybe we should join them. And where does this take movie theaters from here? It's a very interesting thing. I just don't know where this goes for movie theaters. And if Disney is doing this, then, in due time, other studios might follow. I hope not, but that just might happen, guys. I'm curious about your thoughts. Definitely let me know. As far as this week is concerned, well, it's not a huge release week. A lot of boutique label stuff, but in store, not a lot. But that proved not really an issue because Walmart had a lot of really great titles to show off. Will Target? Here's the hoping. Well, the only way to find out is to go inside, so let's head in. And we are in at Target, and it actually kind of looks like there's actually not much to show off here. All seems like some of the same stuff from last week. However, I don't think that's it completely because there is actually 2 releases that did come out this week. Thankfully, it's not a complete bust. And the first thing I'm seeing is they have the DVD of Critical Thinking for, do not know what the friggin' price is. Sorry, guys. But I was really looking this up because I honestly wanted to know, man, what other chess movies are there out there in the world? Because I really didn't know much of them. And there's only really a small amount of them. There's not like, it's not like a huge booming genre of chess films by any chance. But there is a few. I think the one everybody really remembers the most is The Search for Bobby Fischer, which that's like the, I think, high watermark. That's the one everybody remembers because that's the chess movie. That's one that like chess was really popular because of that film. It really got people into it. There's other ones out there. There's like a great little documentary about inner city kids in Brooklyn. There's a documentary about that with them playing chess. There's a 2000 movie that I knew nothing about called The Losing Defense with John Turturro and Emily Watson. And I never knew about that film. I was like, okay, wow, that's interesting. Interesting little chess movie about this guy who's like this chess champion. And then there was another one that I knew literally nothing about that I was shocked by. It's called The Pawn Sacrifice with Tobey Maguire. It's from 2014. Never knew about that one. That must have one completely passed me by with him. You would think a big star like Tobey Maguire, you'd have heard about it, but no, unfortunately not. It's kind of unique and interesting because doing an inspirational sports movie with chess involved, it's not a normal thing. You don't really see that all the time. And just chess movies in general are pretty hard to come by. So this has sort of an interesting, unique take. And I do love John Turturro, and based on a true story. So there's a lot of interesting things with this. I'm kind of curious. What is your favorite chess movie? Which is a very weird thing to ask, but I am curious, man. I don't think I have a real actual, like, favorite. I think my favorite stuff is that in the X-Men films, when Magneto and Xavier are sort of playing chess together and spouting their philosophy, like that's my favorite stuff, but I don't think I have an absolute favorite chess movie. Interesting. Then I'm seeing they have the Blu-ray digital of The Doorman for, again, no price, man. But, I was thinking about this when watching this movie, and that is Ruby Rose as an action heroine. Does she stack up to the task versus other sort of action heroines? People like Mila Jovovich, Sigourney Weaver, Brigitte Nielsen, people like them, Pam Grier, you name it, man.
And I don't know, see, the thing about it with some of these action heroines, they had a really great personality. They had a really great leading lady quality. They commanded the screen, and they demanded that you pay attention to them. And Ruby Rose, as much as I like Ruby Rose and actually think she's a decent actress, I just don't think that she has that same sort of alluring persona as somebody like a Sigourney Weaver, even like a Brigitte Nielsen. Because I remember watching Brigitte Nielsen like in Red Sonja, or even like Beverly Hills Cop 2, and like her presence was like she demanded your attention, and she had great presence on screen. The same thing with Sigourney Weaver or Pam Grier in those exploitation films. They were intriguing, they were sexy, they were confident, they kicked a lot of ass, and they demanded your attention. Does Ruby Rose really do that? I'm not so sure about that one, guys. Again, she does a good job here, but she's good in the movie, but she's not exactly like the best thing about the movie. Like, to me, John Reno is one of the best things, and I think the people who are attacking the hotel are actually some of the best things. She's good. She's a good like anchor for everything that is happening. But as far as a primetime action heroine, not sure if she completely fits the bill. She's a good side actress. She does a lot of good side roles. Like I said, she's really great in one of the John Wick films, and she's a good action chick overall. But leading lady quality, she's got a long way to go before she ever reaches the heights of some of those really great leading ladies out there of the present and the past. I'm kind of curious what you guys think about that. Definitely let me know. Oh, and also for all you guys who love Target out there, they do have a buy two, get one free music, movies, and book sale. So if you guys definitely take advantage of that, I'm assuming it's not only in store but online as well. So if you guys want to take advantage of that, definitely do it. You might find some really good stuff, especially online. That's not half bad, man. But unfortunately, only two things this time to show. And unfortunately, they don't even have Batman, which is kind of weird. I thought they would have that, but no go here at Target. That's unfortunate. At least we saw something. All right, let's head out. I was hoping for maybe a little bit better considering how good the first Walmart was, but maybe I had my hopes just a little bit too high. Possibly. Yeah, I mean, hell, we didn't even get, like, the Batman DC animated short. Like, and usually Target's really good with carrying that stuff. And, yeah, Zippo, nada, nothing. Whatever. Oh, man, yeah, there's not much to show off this week over at Target. I hate to say it, and... Wait a minute. They have the 4Ks of Shutter Island, The Goonies, and Beetlejuice. They're just randomly over here, just in a random section of, like, Blu-rays and DVDs and, like, kids' films. Why are they not up at the front where people can see them, they're visible, and people have a chance to know that they're here at the store? Some of the decisions that Target makes, God love them, but they really baffle me at times. Really. Alright, well, I thought it was maybe a plentiful week, but that's my bad. Maybe next week, but I'm not going to get my hopes up too high. Alright, well, hope you enjoyed it. The only couple releases that we saw. Let's head to the next location and see what we can find.
All right, everybody, we are at our third location, the second Walmart. We'll see if there's anything worth exploring as far as indie goodness is concerned. But before we do that, I want to talk about a movie trailer with you guys, and I kind of wanted to talk about it last week, but I saved it for this week. And that is Borat subsequent movie film. Oh, Borat number 2. God help us all. Oh boy. Okay. Look, I watched the very first Borat movie in the movie theater with Bob. We saw it and we could not believe what we were watching, man. We were like, holy shit. They're like, you know, part of it is fake, obviously, but another part of it is like nobody realizes that this guy is completely playing a joke on them, and they are just buying into this, and you just see how people are, and the stupidity and the hatred of human beings, and just and all of the hilarity of it. And you're like, oh my god, man, like, goodness gracious, like, what in the hell, man? That was nuts. That was honestly nuts, man. And I gotta give Sacha Baron Cohen credit, man, because he pulled it off. He really did. I mean, he was so ridiculous as Borat, that how could anybody believe this? But they did. And I mean, I believe he got sued up the ass, and but he also made a huge name for himself at the same time. And that movie catapulted him, rightfully so. It's a really funny film still to this day. It's a great flick. And, I had watched some of Sacha Baron Cohen's stuff earlier in his career, but mainly, paid more attention to him after Borat. And there was some great things that he did, like Sweeney Todd. Thought he did a really great job in that. And then he did other things that was really trash, like, Bruno, anybody? Because Bruno is real trashy, man. It's not good. It tried to be like a Borat thing, but man, did it fail. And, Sacha Baron Cohen, is still a good actor. He's still done some okay work. The Brothers Grimsby isn't bad, but never to the heights of Borat. Really, if you really think about it. And I actually never thought we would get another Borat movie, because in fact, I was thinking about it. I was like, okay, now that millions upon millions of people have seen this movie, everybody knows what Borat looks like. They know it was a joke. There's no way he's going to pull this off ever again. This was like a one-shot deal. It was great. Never going to happen again. Boy, am I wrong, man. And gladly wrong, I should say, because watching the trailer here, man, it is kind of interesting because they're framing it in the fact of he went to America, he shamed his country, and, he's got to go back, obviously, with his now daughter, and she's got to get married, and he's going to give his daughter to Trump. And I'm like, oh my God, him or Mike Pence, whoever, as, Pence has got a lot of issues. He's got to get the fly off of his head, first off. But seriously, man, it's like, okay, he's gonna give it to Trump. I'm like, oh, okay, how the hell is this gonna work, man? Now, to be fair, in the trailer, they do actually end up kind of framing it around the fact that some people actually know who Borat is now. A lot of people are like spotting him on the street. Oh, hey, Borat, and we gotta hide his face. So there is an element to people know who he is, and he's got to try to be a little bit more low key. But then there's like other moments of like him going to this place where obviously the coronavirus is happening, and these guys are like, they have them over at their house, and Borat is stripping and dancing in his undies, and like he's the whole thing with the beating the virus with a pan or something, and that these guys are like okay with the ridiculousness of it. I'm like, oh my God. And it kind of blurs the line, I guess, between reality and what's fake. Because sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, when I watched that first Borat movie, sometimes I said to myself, this can't be real. Like, this person has got to be in on the joke. And then I would hear an interview with Sacha Baron Cohen where he was like, no, that guy actually believed that I was this dude, and, that, I was not sure of the language barrier and everything like that. And I'm like, Really? So I don't know going into this. I'm like, wait a minute, do people know it enough where they've seen the movies and it's still kind of relevant to the fact of like they're in on it now, or has it been enough time between the last movie where a lot of people might have forgotten about it or don't remember it, and so he can kind of get away with this again? I'm really curious, man. I'm curious how this is going to be walking into political conventions, dealing with some very opinionated people, and how he can spin his Borat character into these hilarious situations. I don't know, man. I don't know, dude. Like, I'm very curious, but I'm also kind of like, I don't know. I don't know. This could really ruin the Borat love for me, man. I'm sort of iffy on this one, but I am interested, and it's actually coming straight to Amazon Prime. It honestly is. Now, this movie is such a big movie because Borat was a big film. Like, it made a lot of money at the box office, so you would think that it would come to the theaters. But of course, with coronavirus, theaters are not really majorly open as much as they should be. So basically, Sacha Baron Cohen had basically two options. One was to wait till 2021. Wait till that time, and maybe it's not going to be as relevant as maybe putting it out now, but it's in theaters, maybe more people can get to it. Okay. Or do option two, which is put it straight on streaming, capitalize on, the election year that we're in and the divisiveness, and, maybe this film will spark controversy and therefore it's going to get a lot of eyes on it. He went that route. Look, I'm curious about this, man. I really am. Because look, the first Borat movie, a lot of people found it funny, but a lot of people were very offended by the movie. A lot of people sued Sacha Baron Cohen. A lot of people gave him death threats. And so I hope Sacha Baron Cohen is ready for all the craziness that's going to come his way yet again with this movie. Because it's not going to be like a light, oh, well, we're going to take it as a joke. Some people are really going to take this extremely seriously. And he is going to, I have to admit, probably like get a bodyguard or protection or whatever, man. Because yes, people were very upset back when the first Borat came up, but now we're in such divided times even more that, boy, I don't know what's going to happen with this, man, and what the reactions are going to be. I'm very curious, man. Let me know what you think about this. Boy, it's going to be wild. Let's put it that way, man. It's going to be crazy. Definitely curious as to what your thoughts are. Definitely let me know. As far as the second Walmart is concerned, well, guess we're going to have to find out if they got anything worthy to check out and whether I'll film or not. Well, let's give it a go. So I'm here at the second Walmart, guys, and crazy enough, swear to God, there are no other new releases that I need to show off this week. Like, I showed off all of the indie title stuff that Walmart had at the very first location. Really? Like, I kind of feels weird. Kind of like I'm naked or something. Like, there's no other indie titles to show off. Usually there's something at the second Walmart that the first one didn't have, but no, this time around, not at all. There's nothing in the front location. There's nothing in the side area. Nothing at all, man. Kind of actually really shocking, but actually a really pleasant surprise. Goes to show that when the first Walmart carries all the titles, doesn't mean I have to come here, which is nice. Especially when you have to deal with the management. There's actually the store manager that's all the way in the front of the store right now, and I saw her. She didn't see me, but I was like, oh my God, I know she doesn't like me. So I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, I gotta get in and get out. So thankfully there's nothing really new to show off, thank goodness. So even if I did, I'd probably bring it home anyways. But I guess we save a trip this time to the second Walmart. Kind of weird. Usually we're here finding something, but I guess this week is the exception. Very interesting indeed.
showing all the titles off at Walmart at the very first location. God, that's so weird. Okay, man. Well, just getting out of here and heading to the next location.
All right, everybody. We are at our fourth and final location. It's always good to be back at the Beast. Yes, indeed. We are at Best Buy, the Beast. Best Buy, baby. So, yeah, this week has been, one place has been really plentiful, other place not so much, and at the other area, well, let's be perfectly honest, nothing new to show off there whatsoever. So it's been kind of like wishy-washy of a week. But maybe Best Buy can officially save the day. Hoping for maybe exclusives, some Steelbook love, surprises we haven't seen yet. It's possible. The only way to find out is to go inside. So let's head in, check it out. All right, everybody, we are in at Best Buy, and it looks like some releases worth talking about. At least something right here. They got the 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray Digital of District 9 for $22.99. The 4K Blu-ray Digital only at Best Buy exclusive Steelbook for $27.99. Look at this beauty, baby. Look at this. Oh, I like that. Oh, look at that. That's nice. I really like that Steelbook, man. For humans only, report non-humans banned. Oh, that's great. Oh, that's so awesome, man. I gotta admit, I don't love every Steelbook out there. There's some Steelbooks that kind of look really bland and plain, but then there's other Steelbooks that look really unique and interesting, and it just kind of is really a great attention getter. And District 9 is one of them. It just looks really cool with like the alien there and with her sort of the band. It looks really cool, man. Like I said, some that are like this looks okay. This looks all right. Looks okay, pretty decent, but this really stands out, man. And it just looks great, man. I just love the design of it. It almost looks like a plate that you would see on like the side of the road or something. Like I said, some like right on the cover here, just more like widened. Really cool, man. God, this looks so cool. Great looking steel, man. Awesome. Now, District 9 is a great goddamn movie. It is really fantastic. I remember seeing it in the movie theaters, and I was blown away by the film. I honestly was shocked. I guess I was going into the movie a little bit hyped because I loved the trailer, but I went in kind of with low expectations because I thought to myself, I said, okay, it's like this low budget alien flick. Like, how good can it really be? And it really surprised me, man. I thought the storyline was clever. I thought the characters were kind of slimy characters. Like, you didn't know who you could trust and who you couldn't, who was on your side, who you could trust. They're kind of seedy, but yet at the same time they're very intriguing, and some are likable and you feel for them at times too. I love the design of the alien prawns. I think it's really a great, brilliant design. Almost looks like something like just a larger version of like an Instock or something. Looks really well done, man. I like it taking place in this sort of third world setting where they don't have the kind of resources that they need, and there's a seedy underbelly of this world that's taking advantage of everything. I thought it was amazingly well done, man. It's the first time I saw anything from Neil Blomkamp, and he blew me away. I actually think Peter Jackson found him, and I think they were going to work on a different movie together, a big budget film. And then what ended up happening is I think that thing fell through, honestly. And so, Neil Blomkamp said, hey, I did this little short film that I could turn into a full feature-length movie, and they did it, and it paid off. The effects by Weta are amazing. I love how basically the guy there, he's slowly turning into the alien. Like his eye starts to get messed up, and like he starts to have one of the claws for his hands, and the metamorphosis of that. And I love how you don't really fully get to understand or know all of the alien culture. And I kind of like that. There's a mystery to it that I really appreciate.
I thought it was a brilliant movie, man. I fell in love with this. It's really great science fiction. Truly is, man. And weren't they supposed to do a District 10? Like, I thought they were supposed to. There was talks that maybe they would do District 10 down the road, and I've never heard anything since about that, which is a shame because I really wanted to see a District 10, man, them continue the story. I know he did other movies, and those other couple of films like Chappie and whatnot, I didn't really love them, but I'll always love District 9, man. It's amazing, and if you guys have not watched this, definitely do it. Amazing science fiction, and if you're looking for an upgrade, I think the 4K would probably be pretty good, honestly. All the special features from the Blu-ray and a couple from the 4K. Not bad, man. Oh, and what a steelbook, man. Love that. So good, man. And then I'm seeing over here they have the 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray digital only at Best Buy collectible steelbook for $29.99. Look at this beauty, baby. Look at this. I forget whether I actually showed this off or not when the 4K of Goonies came out. I don't know whether I did. I don't think they had it at the time. Could have sworn they didn't, but hey, they have it now, so what the hell, man. Look at this. Oh, I love that with the swords and the skull. Never say die. So good, man. Such a classic movie. My God, man. Goonies takes me back, man. Good times watching this when I was a kid, and I think everybody had the same thing, man. It's just a great, crowd-pleasing family adventure that never gets old, never gets tiresome. You enjoy this thing all the time. It really is great, man. It truly is a classic. It really is, man. I mean, the cast that they assembled was amazing. I mean, Corey Feldman, Sean Astin, Josh Brolin. I mean, many of the other really great actors in there. I loved the pirate ship, One-Eyed Willie. So good, man. Directed by Richard Donner, a Steven Spielberg presents film. I mean, how much better does it really have to get for the Goonies? It's the comedy is so great here. Chunk, Rocky Road, like, so, oh my God, Baby Ruth, like, it's so good, man. Oh my God. It's great. It's something that kids can enjoy to this day. Adults like myself can enjoy now, remembering all the good times that we had watching it when we were younger. It's just a really great film to this very day, man. Even the villains, like the Fratellis, are so good, man. The Fratellis are so great. They're scummy, but they're hilarious at the same time. So good. And I remember the scene when they ended up capturing one of the Goonies, and they were gonna put his hand in like a blender, and he was like, "Oh, back in second grade, I did this," and he was going off, and I was like, "Oh my God." I was like, "Oh my God, this guy's telling his whole fucking life story, for Christ's sake." It was so good, man. Such classic moments. The truffle shuffle. Oh my God, man. So it's such goodness, man. The Goonies is great. And if you've never watched the Goonies, you are missing out big time, man. And if you can find it, actually, the 4K Steelbook's not bad, actually. I'm liking that. This looks really good. Oh, no, not bad. Pretty interesting design. Not bad at all, man. And only a couple things over on this side, but some worthy releases indeed. Not half bad, man. Not half bad at all. All right, well, let's see if they got anything else. And we're over on this side of Best Buy, and crazy enough, the first thing I'm seeing, and I can't even believe I'm seeing it right here, guys, is they have the Steelbook for Motel Hell for $22.99. The Scream Factory Steelbook for $22.99. That's pretty good price, honestly. It's not bad. Look at this. Oh man, oh, it's so good with the guy with the pig head on, with the chainsaw. Oh, so good. Oh, so great. Look at that. It takes all kinds of critters to make Farmer Vincent's fritters. And you don't want to know what those critters actually are. Oh, baby. Oh my god, Motel motherfucking hell. Oh my god, man. I cannot believe that. Holy shit, seeing that here. This fucking blast, man. Whoa. Oh, that's so cool seeing this here, man. Motel Hell, man. It's a really weird horror comedy. It really is, man. I mean, it's basically about these two people who are running this sort of smoked meat stand, and basically they're using human people. I mean, it's just fucking crazy. They're using human people, and they're basically drugging them and putting them into the ground, almost like they're like plants to be grown, or like piece of cabbage or something. And all the while there's this girl that is there, and they're taking care of her, and it's sort of her discovery about the family. And my god, man, I mean, nothing that I can say really would justify watching this movie. It is an experience to watch Motel Hell, man. It's like a comedic version of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's probably the best way I can describe this thing, man. It is wild. It's wild and weird and wacky and sinister, but the characters are so likable. Like, you see both of these people, like the older guy and the woman, and for some reason, like, you really hate what they're doing, but they're kind of likable, so you like what they're doing, and you're kind of like, oh, you kind of are like, oh, they're sweet and they're nice, and but they hack people up, and they're like putting human beings in the ground, and like they're, pieces of lettuce. Like, oh. Yeah, but they're really nice, though. Oh, my God. It's a great movie. It's an old school movie. It's an old school cult classic flick. I don't know if everybody really knows a lot about Motel Hell versus something like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre or other films that are a little bit more high profile. But they really should. It's got some really great, sick, twisted humor, very unique and oddball characters. Yeah, I would recommend Motel Hell. As weird and oddball as it is a lot of fun at times, man. Can't believe to see the friggin' steelbook here. It's crazy. A lot of special features, man. Very nice, man. If you guys have not watched Motel Hell, and to be fair, it's one of those movies that, again, hasn't gotten the kind of love that maybe it should have, give it a chance. I know you're going to be like, that, this thing's bizarre as shit, and it is, but it is fun in its really sinister, wicked way. Not bad, man. I cannot believe that we saw Motel Hell here. That's nuts. Good lord, man. Then I'm seeing the Blu-ray of Season 6, Volume 1 of Vikings for $22.99. Yeah, as I said before, I gotta be honest with you guys. As I said, the Vikings thing is not really my thing exactly. There's certain time periods for history and for movies that I really get into, and the Viking period just was never my thing. I don't know, maybe it's too medieval for my own good or something, but then again, I like Gladiator, so, I mean, I guess it just depends on the material and how I go towards it. I remember watching the trailer, and I was like, yeah, it looks decent, but it's not really my thing. And you know what I really hate, though? Nothing against Vikings or anything, and I'm sure that the showrunners, not even them who did it, but I hate this. Season 6, Volume 1, I hate that. When they literally separate it by, oh, there's Volume 1, and then there's Volume 2, and then it's like, okay, then you gotta get Volume 2, and then there's gonna be a whole set of Season 6, and then suddenly you're like rebuying stuff constantly. I hate when people do that. I know that they want to get the product out there a little bit sooner to people, and it's nice that they do that, but I don't know about you guys, I would rather wait for a whole season to come out than to pay for Volume 1 of something and then Volume 2 of another thing. I kind of feel like that sort of cheapens it a little bit. And you're just goading people in for more money. Am I wrong on that? Like, I really don't like that kind of stuff. It's the same thing with collection box sets of like series that are still going on, whether it's Fast and the Furious or Mission Impossible. It's like you're just out to continue to get people's cash. You just wait until the series is over, and then there's going to be a box set, and then you capitalize on it. Something like doing like piecemeal releases, I just don't care for, man. A couple of special features, commentary, lead scenes, not bad, but you guys definitely are going to have to let me know about this show. Again, like, it has like a very medieval, realistic take of something like Game of Thrones, but I kind of feel like Game of Thrones would be better. I do. I know about that one. Then I am also seeing they have the Blu-ray digital of Batman Death in the Family for $17.99. Look at this. Very, very nice cover. Again, I love that fucking cover, dude. That cover's so great. Oh, man. So I'm kind of curious from you guys. What are some very unique and interesting stories within the DC comic book realm that has not been done in the DC animated world yet that you would like to see? And I was kind of thinking about this, because in this, they kind of do a little bit of the Red Hood, they kind of do a little bit of Death in the Family, they do some interesting things with Sergeant Rock and Adam Strange, and they kind of do some stuff there, which is really cool. And I know they've done a lot of stuff within, like, the Batman storyline. Like, they've done the Killing Joke, and they've done a lot of iconic stuff. The one storyline that I really remember liking, and I don't know whether they've done it in the animated series yet, because I haven't watched them all, is the whole storyline with Bane. When Bane broke Batman's back. Like, when I was reading comic books around that time, that whole like storyline came out with like Bane and Batman being out of commission and him wreaking havoc, and you didn't know if Batman was going to survive or not. Like, that whole storyline with the backbreaking was really cool, man, and it really was one of the great storylines that really cemented my love for DC and Batman. And I don't think they've done that one yet. I would definitely love to see them tackle that at some point. That, and actually another thing that I don't know whether they've tackled or not, is I know they've tackled the Doomsday stuff to a certain degree, but there's this really great comic book that goes into Doomsday's origins and Superman having to fight him again, and it's a really unique comic book that I do own. I've had it for years. That's another one that I really like. I'm kind of curious, what storylines would you be interested to see DC animated films do? And I know there's other ones, like Aquaman has some really great storylines, Wonder Woman, of course, and again, even something like Sergeant Rock. I'm like, talk about a character that probably has some really good potential for his own animated adventures. Like, there's a lot of still untapped material. So I'm curious as to what you guys think, man. You do get audio commentary on all of the DC animated shorts. And again, the other animated ones do have the Phantom Stranger and Death, which are both actually really good ones too. I forgot to mention those, but those are really great ones as well. DC animated films does a really great job, man. They're always top notch. Doesn't matter what character they're doing. Literally, they are the best in the business and beat Marvel by a mile. They're amazing, guys. Yes, it's not completely Batman Death in the Family that I know some of you guys would have truly wanted, but it's still a worthy DC animated Blu-ray to pick up. And then I'm seeing they have the Blu-ray of Broil for $16.99. And, you know, I was looking into this, and you know who's in this movie? Jonathan Lipnicki. Yeah, the same Jonathan Lipnicki that was in, you guessed it, Jerry Maguire, man. Wow, man, that kid like all grown up now. Woo, man. I actually remember Jonathan Lipnicki years ago, man. I mean, he was sort of the cute boy that everybody was talking about from Jerry Maguire, but he did a lot of other stuff, man. I remember Stuart Little 2, of course, the Little Vampire from, I believe, 2000, if I'm not mistaken. Man, he was sort of like the it kid I guess, right? Because, like, every now and again, there's like a kid comes into Hollywood and blows everybody away and is like, oh my God, he's so cute and he's adorable and he can act and everybody is on board. And eventually that kid grows up and unfortunately, the sort of glow of stardom from being a kid kind of fades away. And I kind of feel that's the way with Lip Nicky, actually. Like, he did a few things when he was a kid, memorable stuff, and you haven't really heard much about him. And actually, he's actually done a lot of acting work, like bit roles in B movies here and some weird, wacky sex comedies and whatnot, but you haven't really heard much about him because, honestly, when you're a little kid, like Haley Joel Osment or Jake Lloyd or something like that, like, you're the it kid and you're cute and everybody likes you, and then you grow up and you either become irrelevant and unknown, or you become a complete psychopath, kind of like Jake Lloyd. Yeah, he completely went mental, man. So yeah, it's crazy to see him in this, man. It does look really interesting, though. Huh? It's not bad. Then I'm also seeing they have the Blu-ray digital of The Doorman for $14.99. Oh my God. More Doorman goodness. Now, I kind of told you earlier that this kind of reminds me in some ways of a Die Hard ripoff, and it really is true, man. I mean, there's a lot of movies that are Die Hard ripoffs. Let's be real, man. I mean, there's Passenger 57, there's Executive Decision. Oh my God. I guess in some ways you call Con Air a ripoff in a lot of ways. Of course, there's Skyscraper with The Rock, which is more like a soft PG-13 version of like John McClane, which that's garbage. But then there's a couple of unknowns that you might not know about. There's actually one from 1995 called No Contest with Shannon Tweed. Yeah, Shannon Tweed starred in sort of like a Die Hard ripoff movie. Very unique and interesting, man. And then there's another Skyscraper movie with Pamela Anderson. Yes, Pamela Anderson was in her own sort of Die Hard ripoff. But basically, it's Die Hard with boobs. I swear to God, man. Look that shit up, man. Swear to God. And then there was another one, I think, from 1995 as well with Jet Li, which kind of is sort of a ripoff of Die Hard also. There's a lot of Die Hard ripoffs, man. There really is. I mean, Van Damme's done them, and hell, so Seagal's done them. You could even call, like, Under Siege probably in its own way like a Die Hard ripoff, man. Like, it seems like Die Hard is so good that everybody kind of apes Die Hard. Some are better than others, to be real with you, man. Definitely look up that Pamela Anderson one and the Shannon Tweed one. Boy, those are some oddball ones. There is some really unique ripoffs of Die Hard. It would kind of be interesting for you guys to take a deep dive into that because, boy, some of the movies, man, are just wild. This one, where does this one kind of rank? I think it ranks kind of middle tier, maybe lower. I mean, again, it's not the most wonderful Die Hard ripoff you've ever seen in your life. There is some bland characters. The action can't measure up, of course, to Die Hard. The villain certainly can't either. But it's an enjoyable 90-ish minutes, kind of turn off your brain and enjoy little action in a hotel. Not downright terrible, put it that way. In service of others, reflections of the cast. Special features. Okay, a couple things, not bad. Then I'm also seeing they have the 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray and digital of Requiem for a Dream, man. The director's cut for $16.99. Oh, this came out this week, and oh my God, man. This goddamn movie. Holy shit, man. This movie fucked me up, man. I swear to God. Oh, baby, man. 20 fucking years. Jesus Christ. Damn, I'm old. Jeez. This movie is one depressing ass trip, man. For all of these characters, man. Like, this is, man, when you finish watching this movie, you need like a massive happy pill or something, because man, the tragedies and all of the things that these people go through, goodness gracious, man, can anybody catch a fucking break? Good Lord. It's got a great cast, man. I mean, the cast is absolutely phenomenal here. I mean, Jared Leto, Jennifer Connelly, Ellen Burstyn, Marlon Wayans. I mean, really great cast here of people. And it's a movie, it's brilliantly well done. The acting is amazing here. The cinematography, the story, I mean, everything is incredibly well done. It's very powerful of a film, but god damn, is this movie like really like hardcore depressing, man, and it will mess with your mind and your head. Man, dude, this is a movie that I love, truth be told, but I've only watched it maybe 2-3 times at best. Like, I can't say I've watched this a lot, because every time I watch it, like, I literally, like, at the end of the movie, I curl up in a ball, and I'm like, help me, mommy. I'm like, oh my god, like somebody like sing me show tunes or some shit. Like, god damn, it's a great movie, man. And there's a lot of quotable stuff in this film. There's even a great thing that people have clung onto over the years, where Jennifer Connelly is in this sort of strip club thing, and I think there's a scene. I think it's with a let's just say a pornographic instrument, and there's these older guys that are kind of like egging her and another girl on, and they're like, ass to ass, ass to ass. They're like, and I'm like, oh my god, it was like the most thing of like, wow, that's really disturbing. I'm like, oh shit. Oh man, the imagery, everything, man, it's a great film. Worth it to at least watch once. Oh, but goddamn, man, you are gonna need a massive dose of rays of sunshine in order to see this movie. But it is well worth it. But just go in knowing that it will mess you up. Definitely, man. Whoa. A lot of nice special features. Not bad. Again, if you love the movie, it's probably a great upgrade. And if you've never seen it, at least watch it once. But be forewarned, man. Be forewarned indeed. Damn. And I also notice over here they have this tag for $129.99. Now, it's not here. I don't know whether they got it in or not, and it's sold out. But they have a tag for the Friday the 13th collection. So that's really cool. That is awesome. Guys, I have a feeling that maybe they haven't gotten it in yet, or if they did, then it fucking flew off of the shelves, man. Like I said, I showed off my box set that I got in my last live stream. It's gorgeous, it's beautiful, it's amazing. I bought mine for a little bit more money, but I got the couple of posters that came with it directly from Scream Factory. But if you guys can find this in mint condition at a Best Buy near you for $129.99 for 12 films, a massive amount of bonus features, a beautiful looking box, that's a steal, man. Honestly, a steal. And hopefully maybe in the next week or two, maybe we'll see it. But I have a feeling that anytime they put it up, it's going to sell out massively quick, man. Massively. Other than that, that seems to do it, man. But some really great releases to check out this week. Not bad. All right. Let's head out. It's not half bad here at the Beast, guys. Not bad at all, man. Some really great Steelbook love. Some interesting releases we have not seen yet. Yeah, I kind of wish that we would have seen the El Camino movie. I wish we would have seen it, because I know they were coming out with an exclusive only at Best Buy Steelbook. But I never saw any tag for it here, so I don't even know if they really got it in, to be honest with you. But it was worth at least trying to give it a look. But honestly, with some of the exclusive Steelbooks, some Scream Factory love, 4K upgrades, all the new releases, some really great stuff to check out this week, by far, man. And I'm a very happy man. I hope you guys are too. Very nice indeed, dare I say. All right, let's head home and finish the video.
All right, everybody. Did I say we were going home? Yes, I did. To be fair, yes, I did say we were going home and finishing the video. However, I went to that one Best Buy and they had great stuff. Great stuff this week, by far. However, I'm kind of curious whether maybe another Best Buy location might have something that we haven't seen yet. I'm thinking maybe it might. I'm taking a gamble here, but maybe, possibly. So we are at our next location, our last location, I swear, the second Best Buy. We're gonna go in and see, maybe they have something that the other Best Buy didn't have. I'm kind of crossing my fingers to see whether they do or not. It's a gamble, yes, I know, but you know, sometimes we see a few surprises that we weren't expecting and hoping that this Best Buy definitely delivers. Well, here's the hoping for sure. Hope the gamble pays off. Let's head in and check it out. And here we are in the second Best Buy, and I just had to come in here to maybe see if I was going to find something that I did not find at the first Best Buy location. And I'm so glad that I came in here, guys, swear to God, because I'm seeing, oh my God, kick it, mama. Look at this. Oh my God, they actually do have it. Holy shit, they have the Friday the 13th motherfucking collector's edition Scream Factory box set. Oh my God, look at this. Oh, look at that. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, look at this. Oh my God. Oh, look at this. Holy shit. Oh, I cannot believe they had it. They didn't have it at the first location, but they have it at the second. Oh my God, $129.99 for this, man. This is amazing. Look at this thing. This is beautiful. Good God, man. Like I said, I showed mine off in the last live stream. I got it directly from Scream Factory. It's gorgeous. Look at this. This thing is beautiful, man. It's absolutely amazing. Oh, look at this thing. This is, oh, dude, you have no idea. I am a huge, beyond huge fan of Friday the 13th. I love this series so much, man. Jason Voorhees is one of my favorite horror villains of all time. I love the crazy, outrageous kills, the really stupid teenagers. Oh my God, the Camp Crystal Lake setting is just perfect, man. I've literally never went to a camp because of motherfucking Jason Voorhees, man. Because I did not want to get killed by that motherfucker. It terrified me when I was a kid, man. I love it. All the different designs of Jason with the hockey mask and the weird designs of his fucked up face and just the buckets and buckets of blood and everything. This thing is gorgeous. This thing is absolutely amazing, and it's, oh man, this thing is beyond fantastic, man. Like I said, there's been so many box sets of Friday the 13th over the years. Mega amounts of them. There's been, you know, there's been a bunch of DVD sets. There's been Blu-ray sets. But there's never been anything, and I mean anything like this. And I truly, truly mean that, guys. I mean, look at this. I'm just going to move over here. Look at this. All of those films, man. I think the first 4 are in 4K quality. Others of them have been remastered. It's just absolutely gorgeous, absolutely beautiful. This thing is amazing. This is most possibly the most definitive Friday the 13th set you are ever going to find, man. Seriously. Oh my God, man. I am so shocked that I found this here. When I didn't see it at the first one, I thought, okay, clearly they're not gonna have it. They might have sold out, but I didn't think I'd come here to the second one and they'd have it. Seriously. Oh my God, man. Now give me one for motherfucking Freddy Krueger. Do it. God damn it, do it, Scream Factory. Give me one for Freddy Krueger. You did Michael Myers. You did him proud. You did Jason Voorhees proud. Gimme Freddy Krueger. I want a Nightmare on Elm Street box set that looks just as good as this. Do it justice, man, because Scream Factory can do it. This is amazing, man. If you guys have not picked this up, do it. It is fucking gorgeous. And again, for $130, dead serious, this
is worth every single penny. Clearly, this is, look at this. It's so great. Oh my god, man. And it just whets my appetite just looking at that goddamn thing. Oh my god, so amazing, man. That's the only thing over here that's worth seeing, but I had to see if they had it. And boy, I gambled, but I gambled big time, and I paid off, man, seeing that here. If you see it at your Best Buy and you don't have it yet, man, that's a goddamn steal, and you run out with that motherfucker, man, before somebody takes it out of your goddamn hands. Oh, amazing here, guys. Fantastic. Now that we saw some really good Friday the 13th goodness, let's head out. Dare I say the gamble was definitely worth it, man. Absolutely, dude. I mean, seeing the Friday the 13th collection set was killer, baby. Killer. It was so great, dude. Like I said, I already have it, man. I was one of the lucky ones that got it with the poster. I was so happy to pick it up. It came in fantastic condition. But if you guys are waiting for a good price, I mean, $130 for that 12 film set. Actually, I mean, it's the 12 films plus bonus features and bonus discs, and oh my, it's exhausting. But as a horror lover, if you love Jason Voorhees and the Friday the 13th movies, that is beyond a must own, man. And again, if you see it at a Best Buy, you fucking grab that shit, man. You grab that shit immediately. You like go like a running back. You grab it. You're like fucking grabbing that shit, cause ain't nobody gonna take it out of your motherfucking hands. Oh man. Oh, so glad to see that, man. Of course, we still didn't see El Camino, but they actually didn't have a ticket for it either here, for a little slot to where it's supposed to be. So maybe they just didn't get stock in it this week. Possible. Well, here's to hoping maybe it'll be a week or 2 weeks from now. Who knows, man? But hopefully we'll see that in the future. But seeing that wonderful Friday the 13th box set goodness right here. Oh, so worth it, baby. So worth it. So awesome, man. Oh, it's nice to see them carrying some really great boutique label love like Scream Factory, because we need more boutique label love to be at these stores. I truly believe that, man. It was kind of good for Best Buy to be doing their due diligence for the horror fan base. Not bad, man. Hope you enjoyed that. Very nice. Now, let's head home and finish the video. Alright, everybody. That'll do it for the Blu-ray and DVD Out and About video this week. And this was an interesting week, to say the least. I mean, you had a good amount of media to show off at the first location, and then sort of in the middle, not so much, and then at Best Buy, the Beast definitely delivers, like most of the time it does, and this was definitely no exception, man. So we saw a good amount of media at the beginning, and at the end, not so much in the middle, but hey, man, I will take it when it comes to physical media, trust me, man. And I say it's a good time for physical media. I said that last week, and I still mean it this week. Because, look, it's not as good as what it would have been otherwise. Because in a regular year, not 2020, you know, now around this time in October, you would get a lot of the movies that came out in theaters in the summertime now finally hitting physical media. You know, you still get the boutique label love and everything as well, but now because of goddamn Corona, you have a little bit of different stuff, man. It's a little bit different with physical media. You still have the boutique label love, and you're still getting some new releases, but they're trickling down very slowly. You know, at the same time, you're getting a lot of these very unique and interesting B-movie gems and indie titles that could be well worth it also. Look, I fully recognize that physical media has taken a lot of hits over this year. Absolutely taken a lot of body shots and body blows. It really has, man. And I'm just thankful every single week to have something to show off for you guys and to talk about the media and still be engaged with the physical media format because, look, I mean, I realize that these are difficult times for a lot of industries at this point, and physical media is one of them. But I think that despite all of that, despite all of those issues that have happened, I really do think physical media has done its best to really shine regardless of all of the difficulties. With a lot of the great boutique stuff that has come out from companies like Scream Factory and Arrow and Criterion and God, you name it, Vinegar Syndrome, Severin, Code Red. I mean, you name it. There's so many really great titles that have come out from these companies. Kino Lorber, many of them, and they've really shined the spotlight on keeping physical media going. I think a lot of these releases that have come out that maybe didn't get a lot of love because they couldn't in theaters are finding love on physical. So, regardless of the difficulties, physical media can still shine through, and I think has for the most part. I truly do believe that, guys. I mean, let me know what you think about that, but I do feel that through all of the struggles, there has been quite a few bright spots, and now entering the fall, I think that will only continue. But that's just me, man. Definitely let me know what you guys think about that. And I hope you guys picked up something good this week. There was a few things worth checking out, man. So hopefully you did. As far as I'm concerned, well, I have a few packages to talk about. And the first one is, of course, from Diabolic DVD, baby. They love me, what can I say? This is actually an Arrow video title, one of the newer released Arrow video titles. And it's one that I had never heard of, but when I looked into it and all the praise that it's gotten, I'm surprised it's not as well known as it actually is. It's quite more like on the lower level. Not many people really know about this one. But it's a very interesting movie about Hollywood and drug addiction and sort of the complications of that all. It sounds really unique and interesting to me. Some really great actors in here as well. So, yeah, Arrow Video puts out some very unique titles from time to time. Ones that really sort of, you go like, wow, that's kind of a little forgotten gem. And I'm kind of cool that it's gotten some love. So this one looks like something that I'm definitely interested in checking out. So, pick that up. I also ended up getting a package from Vinegar Syndrome, baby. Yes, Vincent. Some Vinegar Syndrome love. This is actually only one title, guys, honestly. And it's actually a movie that I've never heard of. I didn't even realize that this movie existed, that it was a is somewhat like a pseudo sequel to a whole like huge zombie franchise, and I'm like, oh, okay, what the hell is this thing? You know, I don't know what to expect with this, man. Some weird zombie madness. That's all I know, man. And look, with Vinegar Syndrome, they put out some wacky shit, man. So this looks like some crazy, weird, far out there stuff, but something I'm really looking forward to, man. I love some weird zombie flicks, so right up my alley. And last but certainly not least, I got a package in the mail from Severin Films, baby. Yes, a Severin Films package. Love Severin, man. I picked up 3 titles from Severin, and these are one of the recent releases that they've done. 2 of these titles are cannibal movies, which you guys know if you've known the channel for a while. You know I do love my cannibal flicks, so I'm definitely interested to chew into these. Pun totally intended. And also one that I'm actually kind of curious
This movie has literally been like, it's supposed to be a sequel to a very popular franchise. It's one that's always been like, oh, do you remember this one? And this one was the one that we shall not say its name because it was like the really terrible sequel to a very popular franchise. And I've never seen it before, never seen it. And I thought to myself, okay, man, like, let's do this. I love that franchise, especially the first movie. The first movie was a goddamn classic. So even if it's really cheesy, like, I kind of like a good cheesy, uh, animal attacking people flicks. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this, man. So three titles here, title from Vincent, and another title right here. We've got 5 titles in the mail this week. Whew, really nice stuff, man. But you guys will not get to find out exactly what I picked up until my Blu-ray pickup video, which will drop next month. It will show off all of the titles that I picked up for the month of October. And man, there's some really great stuff. No lie, there's some really great stuff that I'm getting, man. Boutique label love, retro titles, B movie cheese, collector's editions, special editions, all that jazz. I pick up some really unique stuff, guys, and October is no exception, and a bunch of horror goodness as well. Obviously, it's October. Come on, man. And speaking of pickup love, I am definitely putting out my August Blu-ray pickup video this weekend. I know I've been saying for a few weeks that it was gonna come out, it's coming out, and I've had a lot of issues with family and taking care of certain things, so it's always kind of been on the back burner. Other things have taken precedent, and I apologize to you guys 100%. I don't mean to hold back these videos. It's just that sometimes life gets a little stressful, and it has for the past week or two. So now that's kind of calming down a little bit. So you will get the August Blu-ray pickup video, and it is going to be fantastic, man. A lot of Gray Vinegar Syndrome love, shot on video weirdness, Fulci goodness, and so much more. Yeah, it's gonna be really good, guys. So definitely tune into that this weekend. I think you guys are going to definitely love it. And before I let you guys go, I wanted to talk about something. I wanted to sort of highlight a topic, I guess I should say, because this is news that I heard about a day or two ago, and it really upset me, and it saddened me, and here's the deal. 2020 and this goddamn pandemic has taken so much from us. I mean, really, it honestly has. And the fact that it's not over yet, the fact that it could take so much more. And don't think for a single second that any industry, any format is safe. And just because movie theaters are temporarily closing and you might think they're coming back next year doesn't mean that that's actually the truth. Sometimes it means that closing really is closing. So I talked to you guys last week about how the company that owns Regal and some theater chains in the UK are closing temporarily until sometime maybe next year, spring or summer of 2021, until the coronavirus can get controlled, because a lot of movies have moved to 2021, which means that a lot of these theaters don't really have much movies to show, so they just decide to close their doors until there is movies that people want to go see and they can gain some revenue.
temporarily closed, that's what they say. But sometimes, well, it's more than just temporarily closure, guys. And what I mean, right here. I am just at one of the locations that is not temporarily closed. This used to be a Regal Cinemas, guys. This used to be a Regal Cinemas that I would go to. It's in one of the malls in my area, and it is officially closed. It's not temporarily closed, it's officially closed, which means that basically they have shut their doors for good. There is no more theater chains in this mall. This is one of many Regal locations across the country that is closing. Again, not temporary. They are actually literally closing their doors for good. As you can see, there's no posters. They took down the Regal signs. They've literally closed their doors for good. It's completely and utterly black inside. And this is not the only one. And then there is this right here, guys. This mall right here near my area. This mall, by the way, has never even reopened because of the coronavirus. And I'm serious, like never since March, done, and has not reopened at all, man. And I just learned that the movie theater inside here as well, the movie theater inside here and that other mall that I showed you, both of them are officially closing. They're done. You know, it's interesting because we talk about how, oh, well, they're just suspending these movie theaters. They're not really closing them for good. It's just temporary. But I'm telling you guys, and I really do mean it, it is not temporary. Some of these movie theaters are in dire need and they are closing. I literally, in my area, had 4 movie theater chains. I had, well, movie theaters in general. I had 3 Regals and 1 movie tavern. Now 2 of the Regals are gone, so I only have 2 theaters left in my area. That's it. And who knows if those are going to survive until 2021. I have no idea. There's no telling whatsoever. And on top of that, AMC just announced today that they are probably going to run out of money before 2020 ends. So they're literally just pissing away cash right now. They don't even know if they're going to survive. I'm telling you guys, the movie theater world, we'd like to think that everything's going to be okay in 2021. And trust me, I'm one of the hopeful, optimist people that want to believe that. But seriously, it's in dire jeopardy. It truly is in jeopardy in a big bad way, guys. It honestly is. Because even a big company like Regal, they'll still close theaters for good. Not temporary, for good. So it's up to us. It's up to all of us, honestly, to try to keep this alive. Because it's no longer of like, maybe it might close down or maybe not. You know, it's really happening. It really honestly is. And proof positive, in my area, it is the honest to God truth. 2 Regal cinemas are now officially closed. They're gone. They are right now inside this mall, just like they were inside that other mall that I showed you. They're tearing down all of the seating and the rails, you name it. It's all going. Okay? So I want you guys to understand this. I want you guys to understand that the coronavirus has taken so many things away, and it will continue to take stuff away if we're not diligent, and things are just going to go the way of the dinosaur. You know, I talked to you guys about Family Video, and I talked to you guys about them temporarily closing because all these big movies are going to next year. But there is literally going to be a dilemma where it's quite possible that movie theaters may not even survive to 2021. That a lot of those movies in 2021 might actually go the way of the dinosaur and might just go to streaming and might not even hit movie theaters. There's a real problem here, guys. So honestly, when 2021 happens, please support your movie theaters. Please honestly support them. I greatly appreciate it if you guys do. I don't want the theatrical experience to end. I really honestly don't. So if you guys do, it would be really amazing. It honestly would, man. Truly. It's a shame that these are really going away, but like I said, it's going away, but it's up to us for them to not be forgotten. Whether it's the indie theaters or the big chains, it's up to us. Honestly, truly, it really is, man. It is sad. Really, honestly, is sad, man. So, I just want you guys to be aware that right now, the arts, movie theaters and music venues and everything, they're right now being very squeezed, literally squeezed of cash, and they have nothing left to give. And now with movie theaters really in dire needs, these movies are going to 2021 just hoping that movie theaters are going to be around, just hoping that things are going to improve. Streaming is taking over big time. We're losing the experiences that made us movie lovers to begin with, and it really saddens me. And I hope it saddens you. I hope that you're as angered and frustrated and saddened by this as I am, because it really is true, man. But I wanted to show you this, guys. I wanted to show you that, you know, places like this mall here and the mall that I showed you. I even was talking to the property manager at that first mall, and she said that there's so many places that can't even open right now. They honestly can't. They're strapped. They don't have any ways to open. And so those are just now, those movie theaters can't support it. They can't pay the rent. And Regal says, well, look, we're only going to keep open a certain amount to sustain ourselves. And if we don't think you're going to make the money, you're out. It's terrible, guys. It honestly is. But I wanted to bring it to your attention, as I always try to do with any of these things. I really do, man. So fight for these experiences. Fight for going to the movies, and fight for being a part of these great experiences, because I want this experience to last for everybody, for all of this generation. I do. Future generations. These experiences can't go the way of the dinosaur. And if they do, it's a damn shame. It honestly is. So let me know what you guys think of that. I really want to know. This really saddens me in a big bad way. And actually, honestly, with it being so empty here, like literally, guys, look at this. It's all empty. It's completely empty over here. It's like a ghost town here. Even looking on the inside, it's a complete ghost town. It's kind of, I'm not going to lie, it's kind of eerie. So, you know, it's a little eerie being here, but it kind of saddens me at the same time, man. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm sorry to leave you on a downer. But I wanted to just talk to you guys about the experience. And I feel it's important to bring this to your attention. I really do. But I really appreciate you watching the video, supporting me. If you like the video, definitely give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Check out the other Blu-ray and DVD Tuesday videos I do, the movie hunting videos, the Blu-ray pickup videos, live streams, movie reviews, and much, much more. If you're a fan of movies and physical media, hit subscribe and become a part of the Film Fan Nation. I want to thank all my subscribers. You guys are amazing. The support you give me, the great comments, going out of your way to you know, watch 3-hour live streams. Friggin' nuts, man. But thank you so much. And again, you know, if you want to catch up with everything I'm doing, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, FilmFan108, keep up to date with everything I'm doing, plus special pictures and videos I do from time to time on social media as well. All right, guys. This saddens me. The theatrical experience may be going away. Who knows what happens in 2021? But 2020 has been a real shit show. And let's hope that 2021 can easily turn it around. But in the meantime, doesn't matter. Physical media, going to the movies, whatever. Support movies. It's important to support movies in general. Okay? And I will see you back next week for a brand new Blu-ray and DVD out and about video. Take care, everybody, and happy hunting.